Hey Palia Ventures! Have you ever imagined turning your love for baking into a fun, profitable party with friends? If you're new to the world of celebration cake parties or feel a bit nervous about hosting, don't worry, I'm here to help you every step of the way. In today's video, we're diving into how to host a celebration cake party in Palia, and where you'll transform your home plot into a bustling hub of cake making excitement. Whether you're a seasoned baker or just getting started, I'll walk you through gathering ingredients, understanding each role, and ensuring your event goes off without a hitch. So grab your mixing spoons, gather your friends, and let's make this an unforgettable baking adventure together. First on the list of many things that we're going to be needing is ingredients. To start with your celebration cake party, you'll need some key ingredients. Here's what you'll need to whip up those delicious cakes. Blueberries. These are the star of the show. Purchase blueberry bush seeds from Badrew's Garden Guild store once you hit gardening level 10. Remember, the bushes are 2x2 squares, so plan your garden accordingly. Sweet leaf. You'll need at least one sweet leaf per cake run. These are scattered across the northern half of Bahari, so stock up. Butter, eggs, flour, milk, and sugar. Grab these staples from Zeki's general store. Make sure you have enough, especially if you're planning on baking more than just a few cakes. Apples. Plant an apple tree seed in the soil, and it will be ready to harvest after 12 in-game days, and subsequent harvest every 6 days. Apple seeds are also available from Badrew's level 4 quest Confidence Collapse. Now let's talk about the rules for success in cake parties, along with the stations required. The starter role is the most crucial role. It requires one prep station and the celebration cake recipe, which you can unlock by reaching Cooking Guild level 9 and purchase it for 3,000 gold. You'll also need blueberries to get the process going. For star quality cakes, be sure to toggle the option to only use star blueberries, allowing others to add their star quality ingredients as well. This role also ends the cake party recipe as well, so keep that in mind. For the sweet leafers, your job here is to gather sweet leaf from the northern half of Bahari Bay and bring it to the party. Depending on the size of your group, make sure you have enough to cover any accidents. The role requires 4 mixing stations, each person getting a mixing station. And just for a tip, sometimes the prompt will switch roles when you click on the sweet leaf, so lock up your other ingredients to ensure you stay on task. Next up is the cake batters. There are 3 cake batters in the role, each using butter, eggs, and flour at a mixing station. Be cautious with your ingredients, lock up your milk to avoid accidentally making frosting. Onto the froster. The froster uses butter and milk at a mixing station. Be sure to lock up your eggs and flour to prevent making cake batter by mistake. It's also best for the froster to wait until the batter rolls have started their tasks to avoid the menu jumping around. Next up is the bakers. This role requires 3 ovens and is perfect for beginners or those without enough ingredients for the other roles. As a baker, your primary focus is to stay on task and avoid burning the cakes. Bakers are typically the last role to be filled when creating a cake party, since they don't really require any specific ingredients. Next up are the fruit frosters. This role involves 3 people who need apples or blueberries and sugar. We'll get more into that here in a minute. You'll be using a mixing station to complete this role, and most cake parties prefer star quality apples with the blueberries stored away in the lockbox. Each round requires 1 apple or blueberry and 1 sugar. And last up are our spreaders. The spreaders use prep stations, and this role is very beginner friendly as well, since it just requires no ingredients. It's a great spot to fill in if you're new or unsure of what to do. So why should you host a cake party on your own plot? That's a great question. Hosting your own cake party brings so many benefits, and trust me, it's not as intimidating as it sounds. Let's start with the biggest pair: teamwork. The celebration cakes involve multiple steps, and when you break that down across 18 people, each person gets their own role, which means everyone contributes and no one feels overwhelmed. It's a team effort through and through. You'll be guiding 17 other players to bake cakes together, which means less pressure on you to supply all the ingredients, Plus, cake parties are a fantastic way to meet new people. You might make some new friends or run into familiar faces in the Palia community. Now, before we get too excited, let's make sure our plot is ready to host. The last thing you want is to start your cake party and find out that the plot is closed to others. No one wants to show up and realize they can't get in. Let's avoid that by making sure our plot is either open to friends or public access. If you're a PC player, it's super simple. You press H on your keyboard to open up your housing plot overview. From there, click on the small gear icon next to your plot name at the top. Choose either friends or open depending on who you want to invite. Personally, I recommend having others add you in-game so you don't have random people popping in and possibly disrupting your party. It's totally up to you. If you're a Switch player, the steps are just as easy. Press down on your left joystick to access the plot overview, then click the plus icon for plot settings. Press Z to navigate to security, and from there you can adjust your settings to allow party members, open it to everyone. Sometimes, even with all the settings correct, people might still struggle to access your plot. Don't panic. There are a few ways to troubleshoot this. First, try setting your plot to open for a while to see if it resolves the issue. Other options is to invite the person to your party. Keep in mind, though, that you can only have up to 3 people in a party at a time. If all else fails, you can invite the person to join the server, open your friends list, find the person, and select Invite to Server. Another good way to ensure people can get in is to shout in server chat. Ask people in the server you are in if they could just step out for a moment out of their plot so that way your party people can get in. If you're still having trouble, ask them to restart their game. It's a quick, easy first that works most times. As the host, you are in control of how the cake party flows. If you're starting the cakes yourself, you'll want to make sure that you've got blueberries to begin the process. If you'd rather let someone else start the cakes, that's totally fine too. But just make sure that they use starved blueberries if you're aiming for maximum profit. And here's a little pro tip. Make sure to check the tiny box at the bottom of your cooking menu to ensure that you're using the starred ingredients. You'll need to do this every time you start a new cake, so keep an eye on it. When hosting, it's super helpful to have a bit of organization. Some hosts like to let players pick their own stations, while others prefer assigned roles. Either way works, just be sure to communicate it clearly. Bakers and spreaders are pretty straightforward in where they need to go, but cake batterers and sweet leavers can sometimes get confused about which station is theirs. It helps to give a quick call out and guide people to the right spots. If you got over preppers, those extra people helping out with ingredients like sweet leaf, be sure to let them know where they need to stand as well. Alright, let's start with the essentials. Once you've got your cake party all set up, you might be wondering how to get more friends and players involved. Here are 2 fantastic resources to help spread the word and fill those 17 cake making spots. First is going to be the Palia Discord server. If you're not already a part of it, check out the link in the description below. Joining the Palia Discord server is a great way to connect with other players and see how they're organizing their cake parties. To make the most of your Discord, you'll need to grab the appropriate roles to access the Parties tab. Here you can find other players' cake parties and maybe even pick up a few tips. Now the next one's going to be the PaliaParty.app. This is a fan-made site, but it is an excellent tool for finding and hosting cake parties. It's not officially affiliated with Palia or Singularity 6, but it is incredibly useful. I've also linked a description below. For the Palia app, this is how we need to create a cake party. First, you're going to create a login. You can either use your Twitch account or you can sign in anonymously. Next, you're going to create a new party. Click the button under your name to get started. This will open a new window where you can customize your party details. Next button is going to be the party public. For visibility, set your party to public. If you prefer a private event with just friends or your community, you can set it to private. Do know that if you make it private, you will need to share that link in the top right corner to allow your friends to see the post. The beginner-friendly option. If you're new to cake parties, you might want to leave this off to attract more experienced players who can help guide you. Party name. Make it catchy and informative. For example, 100x starred apple celebration cake party. Tells people exactly what to expect. A high profit, starred apple cake making extravaganza. Next, we're going to worry about our description. Be thorough. You're going to need to include like your in-game name, specific roles and stations, like sweet leafers stand on the green squares, whether your plot is switch friendly. If you have a cluttered plot, this may be difficult for them to connect. Any additional notes like not allowing fireworks for sensitivity reasons, request the participants add you in game at least 30 minutes before the party starts to avoid delays, whether there will be a break or not. Some cake party breaks every 50 cakes to help keep people focused. The start time and the date, choose a time that works best for you. Remember, you're the host, so make sure it fits your schedule. Remember to give yourself enough time to do the full party and some time for delays. Next is going to be the skills and the cakes. Set the skill to cooking and select celebration cakes. Adjust the number of cakes you'll be making, i.e. 100 cakes. For a starred apple party, make sure to click the star icon for blueberries and adjust the frosters to use starred apples. Confirm these settings to ensure maximum profit. For the map, you're going to choose the housing plot, as that's the only place we're allowed to cook. And then the last but not least button you're going to push is the create the party button. And voila, your event is now live for others to see. A quick tip for you as well, keep an eye on the chat function in the far left corner. Sometimes players have issues or need help, and the chat is a great place to provide assistance. Now that you know how to set up and manage your cake party, let's go over some essential tips and recommendations to ensure everything goes smoothly. Station placement. There is no wrong or right way to set up your cake parties, but try to avoid placing your stations too far apart. If they are out of range, it can hinder communication and efficiency. Ensure everyone can hear the host and stay connected. Tracking cake production. Have someone or yourself keep track of how many cakes you've made. Remember, each round of cake will produce 3 cakes. Keeping tabs on this will help you monitor progress through your goal, announcing how many cakes are completed to keep everyone motivated. Most cake parties focus on 50 to 100 to 200 starred apple cake parties, which are the most profitable for the time spent. Plan accordingly to make the most of your event. Focus on your food. Keep your focus food up. You don't need to fill your bar completely each time, but eat a tomato or something you have a lot of each round to help boost your cooking level. If possible, also be in a party to enhance your skill. Be prepared to be at the cake party for a while. A party making 50 cakes may take up to 30 to 45 minutes. 100 cakes are usually about an hour and a half, and 200 cakes are about 2.5 hours. Plan to stay longer depending on the size of your party. Take a break. Sometimes it's needed for a break after 50 cakes. Remember to hydrate and stretch those legs. 5 minutes does a lot for people. Handle disconnects. Sometimes people just leave or disconnect. If this happens, don't panic. Ask nearby players if they can fill the spot, or be prepared to manage the role yourself. Having an extra ingredients and backup plans is crucial. Strong internet connection. Ensure you have a strong internet connection. No one wants to be halfway through the event only to be kicked off the plot. Avoid drama. No one likes drama at cake parties. If someone is causing an issue or not following instructions, use the kick button to remove them. Focus on maintaining a positive and enjoyable atmosphere. Plot clutter. Be mindful of how much clutter you have on your plot. PC players generally handle more clutter better than Switch players do. To accommodate Switch players, keep your plot less crowded to ensure smooth participation. Be friendly. You don't have to chat consistently, but maintain a friendly vibe makes the event more enjoyable for everyone, creating a positive environment and making sure no one is causing any drama. Consider Discord voice chat. Sometimes parties use Discord for communication. Being present in voice chat can help with callouts and keep everyone focused. It's also a great way to meet new players and make the event more interactive. And that's a wrap on our journey through hosting an awesome celebration cake party in Palia. I hope you're feeling excited and ready to bake up a storm. Remember, the heart of a great cake party is all about preparation, teamwork, and enjoying the process together. I'd love to hear how your cake parties turn out, or if you have any questions along the way, just drop a comment below. Your feedback and experiences always brighten my day. If you enjoyed this guide and want to join more adventures in Palia, give a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so we can keep exploring together. Wishing you sweet success and lots of fun at your next cake party. Happy baking, and I'll see you in Palia.